Welcome, Cancer, to your July reading. I'm Ava, and this is Virtual Tarot. I'm so glad that you could make it. And if this is your very first time here, let me give you a brief introduction. I am a modern-day oracle, a diviner of the future, a reader of the tarot for 30 years or so. I'm also a master certified yoga instructor and spiritual advisor. I am also a advocate of the vegan alkaline diet, which I show you how to cook with the foods specified for that diet on the Alkaline Kitchen, which is a sort of another YouTube show that I have. But the good news is that I'm right on the brink. Hopefully by the time you see this, I will have my new website. And that website is called grandcentralhealing.com. And as the name implies, what I intend to do is to bring all the various modalities of healing that I've been trained in all in one site, so that you could be privy to my yoga, my Alkaline Kitchen, and my audience for those particular aspects of my life. Those audiences will be privy to the tarot. So I'm going to bring everyone together. That's my whole intent. Hopefully it'll be done by then. I'm also going to provide you a new service, a spiritual counseling. Please stay tuned for the end so that I can tell you all about it. A way for us to connect heart to heart, soul to soul. So, Cancer. We had a very interesting month because last month, we were doing a lot of behind the scenes work, sort of taking our time and analyzing things, not making important decisions until we had all the facts, and then having a sort of a need for action at the end of the month, a need to sort of get things moving, started at the sort of ground level, an urge towards adventure, as I said. So that's sort of a brief summary of last month. This month, we'll see what happens. I use a 4-card spread, only involving 4 cards, to give us a glimpse into the future. The first one, the first position, the first card represents the overall energy of the month. The second card represents the challenge. The third is the unexpected element. And the fourth is the outcome. It's an easy spread to learn with, too, and I highly recommend that you follow the readings that I give, this one and all the others if you wish. That's the best way to learn tarot. So we shuffle, we lay the cards down, we separate them, we make sure that they're not all headed in the wrong direction. So sometimes I turn the entire deck around. I put in reversals, but I don't put in too many. I like the upright ones to prevail, the good to prevail. That's the whole idea. So let us see what you receive in the position of the overall environment, the energy of the month. Let me put it somewhere you can see it. This is a card of wands. It's the 7 of wands upright. And what it does is it depicts a gentleman on a hill holding a single wand in a very defensive posture. There are wands depicted below, 6 of them, and it seems as if he's protecting himself against those wands. It's a very defensive stance. So the implication is generally that this is about struggling to survive something, about facing up to forces that you feel are stronger than you are, stronger than yourself. It's feeling as if you're in a situation that is difficult, seemingly hopeless, yet you're holding on. You're holding your own against these forces. The 7 of Wands is about valor, courage, using your knowledge, your skills, your experience to fight for what is yours, what is rightfully yours, what you have rightfully accomplished or achieved. This is a card indicating that you'll be facing your opposition. Overcoming them with courage and again valor. You're going to face it, face the difficulty, and you won't give up. It also, because it's a Wands card, which is energetic, implies a kind of hectic energy. And a lot of maybe demands being made on you, but you standing firm in your resolve, in your opinion, or in your position. If you've gained a position of strength or competence, that's it, a position of competence, you won't give up that. You are competent, capable. This is about rivalry and competition and being resistant to that competition and rivalry. This is the overall energy of the month, sort of like a theme that's going to run through the month. All right, a little flower. Put it here so that I can remain modest. Let's see. Ah. All right. In the position of the challenge for the month, we have a beautiful card for you. It's the Ace of Wands, another Wands card, another energetic, fiery, inspirational card. Yes, it indicates what is your challenge. The challenge is to feel the creative energies, the talents, the skills, the inspirations that are within you, and to give them form, give them direction, to take your desires and your dreams and to fashion a form with them, to formulate. You know, when you visualize in meditation, you give detail and form to your vision, to your dream. The more you can mentally define, make detailed what it is that you want to happen, the more likely that thing will happen, that event will happen, that dream will manifest. It's making your dream come true by using the creative resources that you have within and without. This is your challenge, is to take that hunger to create something new and to then begin to form a plan to fuel your will with emotion, with desire, to ultimately make that dream come true. That's a powerful force, a powerful challenge, because you as a Cancer are emotionally driven. You are a literal cauldron of strong and deep emotion. You're very, very sensitive. You make a great artist and a great parent, a parent to your children or a parent to your art. A protector, a creator of children and of art. You see, they're really the same thing. They come from within. I have my little flower. Here we go. All right. So that's your challenge. Now, let's see what is unexpected. Ah, what is it? Oh, the Tower. The Tower, my goodness. Unexpectedly. So how interesting, because often that Ace of Wands, your challenge is to be inspired by your own vision. And you see the Tower depicts a bolt of lightning coming into a tower and blowing the crown off of that tower, and the tower then crumbling, falling, and people throwing themselves from that collapsing tower. So, you see that bolt of lightning represents a sudden breakthrough in realization, which is the natural consequence of previous weaknesses in the structure of your either your beliefs or the life that was created out of those beliefs, the career, the life circumstance that was created out of these beliefs. It's about destroying the old to make way for the new. A sort of sudden collapse of structure. A structure that was, in fact, obsolete, outworn. To destroy the old to make way for the new. Which brings to mind a quote I can't place the author of. Man cannot discover new oceans unless he has the courage to lose sight of the shore. Man cannot discover new oceans unless he has the courage to lose sight of the shore, to lose sight of that which gave him security, that which is known, in search of new oceans, new experiences, a new world. So, it's interesting because it lands in the unexpected position, and there's also something unexpected about the card itself. It's not an expected dissolution of the old, but again, because the old is outworn, outmoded, it will fall from the internal weaknesses of the structure. Whatever that means to you, be this in the realm of relationship, work, family, partnership, like that. And in the position of the outcome. We have an answer to the Tower. This is the Four of Pentacles, upright. This is structure. You know, Cancers need structure. They need change. You're represented by the moon. Change is fundamental to you. Yet, you seek always a structure. So, immediately following the Tower, which is the destruction of structure, we have you standing in the midst of structure, re-establishing perhaps some security, re-establishing some firm foundation underneath you. This is, you see, the man embraces the Pentacles. The Pentacles is about that which is stable. The Pentacles is about the earth, about material reality. It's reward for effort. Your efforts will be rewarded at the end of the month. It's concentrated effort to find peace and security. Through the establishment again of some either literal foundation, another home, acquisition of finances, monies, the managing of monies, the managing of your financial world, and stabilizing it, feeling safe then within the bounds of this particular structure. Maybe it would be going somewhere where you feel protected, or creating this protection, creating stability, being productive, and being rewarded for your productivity. That's very Cancerian, because yes, Cancers very much are concerned about their stability, their home, however that home is defined. It could be the career is your home, the relationship is your home, or a literal home. But everything stabilizes at the end of the month, and you are on solid ground again. So I'm going to end the reading there and proceed now to speak to you a little bit about you, about yourself. And I spoke to you last month at the end of the Cancer reading a little bit about who you are. And as I said briefly then, Cancer used to be the first sign. Why? Because when we take on the reincarnational cycles of the earth plane, we come in through Cancer. We come in through Cancer because Cancer is about finding roots, about rooting in to the material world, to the body, to emotions, to feel connected to life. It's the sign from which, through which we identify with our origins, heredity, lineage. This is important to the makeup of a Cancerian. They consequently are focused on building a secure nest and sinking down emotional roots and then through the nourishment of those roots growing, expanding out. But they need that security. They need deep roots. And they need to find fertile ground, nourishing ground in which to establish those roots. So they look for that kind of stability, security, so that, again, that they feel at home, wanted, loved. That's very important. Now they're ruled by the moon. That's interesting because you see the moon is a mirror. It reflects light. And a Cancer reflects back that which it receives, the light it receives. So the emotions that it receives, it reflects back. And so this is why they can be a bit mercurial, although that's a word referring to Mercury's, but changeable, lunar, because they can also, it makes them very good actors. They can reflect back emotions that they receive. So yes, they make great thespians as well. But also within relationship, they reflect back that which they receive. And this is they can be very romantic consequently, even with a kind of mystical, my flower, a mystical sense of love. Or in other words, their love can seem mystical, otherworldly. Actually, like a child, they've just come from the other world. And there's a certain innocence to them as they carry with them emotional fragility, fragileness. They can seem very fragile, like a child. I'm going to leave it at that and take a little time to tell you about what I have up my sleeve. I will continue to do the council cards, all 12. This allows you to receive deeper spiritual counsel for a nominal fee. There's a link below. I think it's $4.95, and I reinterpret the 4-card spread and give you a deeper insight into them, as well as I add a major arcana card and evoke spiritual counsel. That's with the 4-card spread. But also what I do now, what I intend to do now, is offer you spiritual counseling. I've been a spiritual counselor, as I said, for many, many years. But I've never done counseling via the phone. But I want to begin that, sort of, that we can be connected voice to voice, heart to heart. So I perhaps can utilize my skills as a spiritual counselor, as a diviner, as a spiritual friend, to help you with your concerns, with your difficulties, with your spiritual evolution. So if you have a need for this, and my website doesn't happen to be finished at the time that you see this, then please go to my email, which is grandcentralhealing@gmail.com, and send me via that email your concern. And then I will see if those concerns, problems, are within the scope of what I can help you with. And then I will email you, and we will together find a mutually convenient time to make a telephone exchange. So if you're interested in that, please just go to the link below, send me your concerns, and we'll proceed from there. And that's all there is to it, and I want to thank you for coming to Virtual Tarot, and I hope to see you next month. Thank you for subscribing, and please go to the other readings for your rising sign and your moon sign, if you happen to know it. And namaste, all my love. Thank you.